Hello again. Here is a question 4 from the 2025 Junior Cycle Ordinary Level Maths exam. Okay, and the question is on the topic of area and volume. Okay, and we have two parts here, part A and part B. Okay, that we need to answer. So it says that we have a rectangular flag with a length of 100 centimeters and a width of 60 centimeters. So we have the L, the length of the rectangular, which is 100, and we have the width, which is 60, okay, centimeters. Okay, so in the first part here, it says the workout, we need to work out the area of the rectangular flag in centimeters squared. Okay, the area. Okay, so what we have to do here, we need to work out, the area of this flag. Okay, so as you know that since we have a rectangle and we need to find the area, all what we need to do is just we multiply L, the length, with the width, by the width. Okay, so we can say area, right, equals what? We have L times the width, right? So the length is 100 and then the width is 60, and that gives me an answer of 6,000, right, centimeters squared. So that's the correct answer for the first part. Okay, so and also in terms of the unit here, we said centimeter, we say centimeters squared, right? Why? Because here we are multiplying two units, the centimeters here and the centimeter there. So it's kind of, if we multiply x times another x, another variable, we get x squared, right? So this the same rule, we can use it here also for what? For the units as well. That's why we got the unit in the centimeters squared. Okay, and in the second part here, it says that the flag has a circle inside the rectangle. So here is the circle. We have a circle inside the flag, right? And it says that the radius of the circle is 21 centimeters. Okay, so here is, for example, if we suppose this is the center of the circle, and here is the R, the radius. It could be this one, it could be this one, all R. Okay, this is the R. Okay, so we need to work out the area of the circle. The area of the circle, and the area formula is provided, which is pi r squared. Okay, and also in the part here, we need to give the answer to the nearest centimeters squared. Okay, so we need to use now the values here to find the area, since we have it already. So this is pi, we can say pi, and then brackets, what we have, we have r, which is 21, right, as you know, and then squared. So we need to work out. Okay, we bring up our calculator, right? So we need to use pi. So to use pi, if you look at here, this button here, at the button of 10 to the power x, there is a pi value. Okay, the pi. So to use it, we need to use another button with this shift button here, okay, so click on the shift and then click on this button, the 10 to the power x, we get the pi. Okay, and then we use the brackets there, and then we put the radius here, 21, and then brackets, and then we need to square x to the power 2. We use it, we get this form. Okay, and we get the answer, which is 441 pi, and we have to convert it to the decimal form using the SD button. Okay, and the answer is, we can say, right, just 1385.44. okay, in centimeters squared. Okay, but the answer says that in the question we have to round to give the answer in the nearest centimeters squared. Okay, so to do that, we look at the numbers after the decimal point. So we have here number 4. Okay, and to round this, the number before the decimal point, right, we look at the number of the value after the decimal point. So we have 4. Since 4 is less than 5, so we can ignore it. We can ignore the whole term there. Okay, and to round this value, we can just keep it the same, which is as 5. Okay, and the answer should be like that. 1, 3, 8, 5, just like this. Okay, and that's it. And then we write down basically the units, which is centimeters squared. Okay, and that's the correct answer for the second part. Okay, and finally here are the marking notes of Q4. Okay, so for the first part, here is the correct answer, and the first part is on the scale of 5B, meaning that we have 5 marks with 3 subcategories. Okay, and usually the answer is acceptable without showing, writing down the unit, which is the centimeters squared. So that's no problem with the unit, and we may get 2 out of 5 in the case of partial credit. Okay, so in that case, maybe we just write down only the correct formula, which is the width, the length times the width. Okay, so we need to be careful about it. Okay, and in the second part, here is the correct answer, and again it is on the scale 5B. 5 marks with the 3 subcategories. Okay, and again the answer is acceptable without unit as well, and we may get 2 out of 5 in the case of partial credit. Okay, so if we just substitute 21, the value of the radius, into the formula. Okay, here only the radius, we just say okay, the radius is 21. Okay, and we substitute into the formula. Okay, or maybe if we just give this value 441, which is the represents the radius squared, the value of the radius squared. Okay, and here also there is a special case that we need to be very careful, which is full credit -1. So we may get 4 out of 5. Okay, when we give the incorrect rounding. Okay, for example, here the answer, correct answer 1385. So if we give maybe 4 or 6, it means that we have incorrect rounding. Okay, or maybe we there is no rounding at all, we just maybe give only the full answer without rounding. So in that case, the examiner will assign a star annotation on this part. Okay, and the star annotation means that maybe if we go back to page number, let me see, there is a list of annotations available to the examiner. So here is the page 5, and here is the list available, annotations available to the examiner. So here is the star. Okay, so the star annotation means that there is a problem with the rounding or the unit or the misreading. Okay, so we need to be very careful about it. And also in the last part there, we may get full credit -1 if we just show the answer up to this point here without giving the final answer. Okay, so we may get full credit -1.